Hi everybody. If you've just watched the last video, flight number 4, you would have seen the engine suddenly lose power and a distinctive popping sound at the end. The engine cuts out, rather you hear a popping sound, then the engine cuts out. So after further investigation at the field, it was found that I couldn't turn the engine over, as if it was seized, so I knew I had major problems. I couldn't understand why it did that, because I haven't changed anything. I've ran 4 or 5 tanks of fuel through the engine, and the engine was new. I ran in the engine, and for some reason this happened. Well, I'll show you anyway. I've stripped the engine down, as you can see. That's just a carb, the head, and other bits and pieces which you don't really need. But what was interesting was this. I took the back plate out before I removed the engine, just to see if the conrod had broken or snapped, and that was fine, no problem at all. So I took the cylinder head off, and well, what I found, I couldn't believe. This is it. This is the reason why the engine stopped. Look at that. A big hole has been blown at the top of my piston. I can't fathom why it's done that. Like I say, I haven't changed anything. It's the same glow plug, OS glow plug that came with the engine. But yeah, there you go. If anybody's got any comments or perhaps suggestions of why it's happened, I'll be really pleased to hear from you. But for the life of me, I really don't know why it's done that. I mean, I've been flying ever since I was a kid, fixed wing mainly, and I've never ever seen that before. So, like I say, any suggestions of why that's happened, it'd be good if you could comment. Luckily, I didn't try to turn the engine over, because obviously I knew something was wrong. So I didn't cause too much damage. The line is okay. There's no burr marks or there's no ridges that have been scoured. Even though when I took the back plate off, there was lots of metal fragments that were that stuck to the back plate on the inside, obviously. So I would have thought that the piston would have scored up the liner at least, but luckily it hasn't. Same with the crank, that's fine, no problems at all, thankfully, because you know how expensive these engines are, and trying to explain that to my wife. The engine itself is fine, no problem at all. I've given it a good clean out the best I can. What I will do, I'll wash it out with WD-40, because I really don't want to take all the bearings out and wash it underwater and do all the other bits and pieces. I really can't be bothered to take all the bearings out, but they seem fine anyway. So what I'll do, I'll squirt a load of WD-40 through it, give it a clean out, make sure there's no more metal fragments inside the bore there and other bits and pieces. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Can't believe it. There you go. So anyway, I've looked on the internet for spare parts. Spare parts for these are readily available, luckily. As comparison, the new engine's about £200 and something. But I worked out that this is going to cost me about £35 to rebuild. That's a new piston, conrod, gudgeon pin. Is it a gudgeon pin that goes in the middle? I can't remember. I think it is. Probably a new ring as well. If I'm going to do it, I might as well renew it all, hadn't I, once it's out. So yeah, there you go. Unbelievable. So anyway, I won't be flying for a couple of days. My wages have already gone out on bills, so I'm going to have to wait till next time till I get paid. Not unless Caroline, my wife's watching this and she feels a bit generous, but then you never know. But yeah, there you go, guys. Unbelievable. There's a total engine stripped down. And hopefully it shouldn't be too long before I get flying again. That's the clutch. No, it's not. Yes, it is. That's the clutch and the cooling fan. So should be too long. I should be flying again by next week. And I bought some new fuel as well, some better fuel. because the engine is running now, so I was just using the remains of the fuel that I was using to run in. So yeah, there you go. So please post me any comments or any ideas or suggestions why you think that may have happened, or even better, if this has happened to anybody else. It's just a box standard line 50 engine. Brilliant engines, but they're OS engines, aren't they? So, but yeah, there you go. So please comment and let me know. Thanks very much.